Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I'm back to do my flip through of my project that I've been working on. So this is a collaboration project between myself and Dorothy from Done by Dorothy, and we were tasked with both creating a journal using the same set of materials. So I've used a set of graphic files from Done by Dorothy, and we used a set of SVG files or printable templates from myself. And I will talk about that at the end because I just want to show you this. So in one of the videos I made this suitcase, and it is full and heavy. And so the suitcase itself, I'm not sure about what size it is. What can I tell you about the size? It is about 9.5 inches or 24 centimeters in width that way. I'm not sure what you call that. 20 centimeters or 8 inches this way, and then in height it is just under 4.5 inches or about 11.5 centimeters in depth. So it's a pretty good sized little suitcase, and I've created it using cardstock. So everything here is made from cardstock, and this is vintage wallpaper, and I've stitched all around the edges to make it look vintage. I think it looks fabulous. I'm really happy with it. I've embossed the straps and the little corners. It's got a little handle on the front, and I've made this little dangle, and on this little dangle are some paper beads that I've made. Some of these I've painted, so this one here I've painted, and some of them are from the paper that from the scraps of paper I've used to make my journal. And then it's just got a few little scraps of eyelash trim and a little tassel and things on there. So that's here on the front, and then there's this little baggage tag that is a part of the suitcase itself. On the back it looks like this. It's got lots of little brads and things on it holding it all together. So that is my suitcase, and it is jam-packed. So the reason that I made the suitcase was because my junk journal got really large. I made too many inserts to go in it, so then I thought I'll put it all in the suitcase, and now my suitcase is stuffed to the brim. So currently I'm just holding it together with some bulldog clips. So let me just undo those, and it'll probably pop open because it's so full. So let me just get this little bulldog clip off. There we go. And so then when you open it up inside, you'll see lots of little goodies here. So in here we have a pocket, and it's got these little pen holders. I haven't put anything in there, but they are there to use. And then inside this little pocket I've got lots of bits and pieces. This is my journal itself, and then I've got some more little bits and pieces. So I think maybe I'll just pull out the bits and pieces first. So here we've got an envelope that I've made from some coffee stain paper. Just did some stamping on it, and a little postage stamp from some scrap paper. On the back it's got a little wax seal, and then when you open it up it just has some of these little inserts from one of Dorothy's kits. So they're all there. They're like little calendars, and you've got a little spot here to write notes, and it's a perpetual little calendar, so it can be any month. So I've just popped some of those in there. So that's one little envelope. And then in here we also have some postcards, and this is from one of Dorothy's pack. It's the Ghostly Rose. Aren't they beautiful postcards? I just love them. I haven't done anything to them except back them because I thought they were so pretty just on their own. And then in here we have got a matchbook. So this matchbook was from my journal pack, and I've just made it larger using my SVG, and it's just tied up with a bit of seam binding here and some ribbon, a little bow. The focal images that I've used are from the Graphics Fairy. And so you just open this up, and this has just got lots of little sheets of coffee stain paper in here. Quite a few that you can write on. There's also some painter's masking paper in there as well. And they are all just held on with the piece of seam binding, so they're easy to replace, and you can put some other paper in there once you've filled that one up. And so then that all just closes up back in here like this. And that's just a little Matchbook's notebook. So that's cute. And this is paper from one of Done by Dorothy's kit. This is the marble paper pack. So that's that one that was in there. So that's everything out of this little pocket. And then we have some bits and pieces in here. So let's start with this one here. So this is just a little paper bag that I've made for some grease-proof paper that's been coffee stained, so you can hear the crinkle. And then I've just attached some lace around here. And then on a little bulb pin I've put another one of the paper beads that I made with some other little beads just on there. And then inside here I have put in 2 trifold tags. So these are a part of the journal kit, and I made 2 of them, and originally I was going to put them in my junk journal, but they got too big, so I put them in this little paper bag. And I should have also said that this paper bag I made using the paper bag from the kit as well. So, you know, I use the SVG, it cuts it all out itself, and then I just glued it together. So that's that little guy there. And then these 2, they're pretty much the same, so I've just used some coffee stain paper to line them. This is a little bit of sari ribbon, a bit of chiffon ribbon holding it together. And then again some focal images from the Graphics Fairy, some Victorian scrap roses, and then just a little die cut here. So then you open this one up and it flips out. And we've got a little bag here from one of Dorothy's kits, and a little ticket from one of her kits as well that slides in behind. And then you can also pop something in the actual little coin bag itself. So that's on that side. And then when you open this up, it's a trifold pocket, so there's room here for 3 tags. And this is from one of Dorothy's kits, and then these are some tags that I made up using some of the collage paper, and I haven't done anything too fancy to these, but I have put a little bit of a paper ruffle on top of that one. And then this one is some other type of vintage wallpaper that I had, and I thought it was just so pretty by itself that I haven't done anything with that, but I have stitched around them all and put a little paper ruffle on there. So that's that one. And then this one I think is pretty much the same. As I say, these were going to go in my journal, but my journal's too fat, so so this one's the same, as you can see. Although this one has this tag has got some stickers, a sticker on it, and then a little label and a bit of washi. And then this is another one of the collage tags that I made using some of the paper from Dorothy's kit. And this is also from Dorothy's kits as well, and then that all just goes together and it looks pretty much the same as the other one. So let me pop that on over there. I've forgotten to put a mat on the back of that, so I'll have to remember to do that. Make some space. Okay, and then we have down here this little guy here. So I made this in one of the videos. This is actually a gift card or money wallet, and I've just decorated on the front with a little sticker, a little bit of paper doily and a bit of cheesecloth, a little coffee stained bow, a bit of ribbon holding everything in here. Oh no, that's just for decoration. And then I've just bulldog clipped a couple of these cute little paper beads that I've made onto this little bulldog clip. So you just open it like this, and then inside there are just some of the tickets from one of Dorothy's kits that I've just backed onto some scrap cardstock. So you could put anything that you wanted in there, but I just thought it was really cute. It's got this tiny little coin pocket here that you can put some things in. So that's just another little addition to the collection of bits and pieces in here. So that's the little wallet. This is either an SVG or a printable template. It's available in my Etsy store. And then I've got this little envelope here. So I made this little, I think it's like a coin envelope or a little bag. So the little bag itself, I've used a one of the cut files from my SVGs to make that, from the journal pack. And this paper is so pretty. This is from Dorothy's Ghostly Roses kit, and I haven't done a thing to it because it's just so pretty on its own. And then inside here is another little matchbook, but this is a little one with a little bit of paper ruffle along the bottom, a little like enamel stickery thing. I'm not sure, it's plastic anyway, but it's just kind of that little love heart shape. It's cute. There's a sticker on here, and then when you open this one up, there are some more pieces of paper to write some important notes on. Some grease proof, whoops, which I just pulled out. I'll pop that back in. And then there's some coffee stain paper, some lined paper, and some painter's masking paper in there. And so that all just slides back in here, and I'll have to put another staple in there, I think. Okay, so that's that one. Slide that back in. Just fits perfectly in that little bag as well. Okay, and then in another video I made this little altoid tin. So this is a faux altoid tin. It's not actually a tin, it's made from cardstock. And I have made these before on my YouTube channel. And these come as a set of printable templates or an SVG file as well. And so I just made a little flower, kind of lace flower here, and then I've used a bulb pin and put on another one of my little paper beads. The paper on here is from one of Dorothy's kits, the basic pattern rose kit, and then it's just got a couple of little blingy things on here, and this is an antique button. So then when you open this up, I've put inside some little enamel dots in a little glass container, a little bit of ribbon on here. Whoops, I'm stuck to it. And then on here is, sticking to my fingers, on here is some washi tape, a set of 3 little washi tapes for the journal. And then I've put another tassel in here, and also some spare more little paper beads that are all ready to clip onto whatever you want to clip them onto. And I've made these from scraps of paper from the from Dorothy's graphic files. Otherwise I've painted them, and they've all been coated with ultra thick enamel as well. So that's what's in there. Cute little bundle of goodies goes in there, and that can close up like so. Cute, hey? And then I think we're just about down to the journal. Let me get this big bad boy out. I'll just close this up. So I did, as you can see, I have gone a bit crazy. There's another couple of little inserts here that wouldn't go in, so I've just tied them to the top. So I'll see if I can just slide those off. So there's another couple of envelopes here. Let me just put this to the side. Another couple of little envelopes here. So on the front I've just tied this bit of crochet that I did, and then I just attached another paper bead to the little piece of crochet with this bulb pin. So when we go on long trips, I like to do a bit of crochet in the car. It saves me from a complete and utter boredom. So I just done this on a recent trip, and I just like that it just, you know, fitted in here like this. So I've just tied that together with a bit of seam binding and put it around these envelopes. So I've got this big envelope in the back, and I haven't done anything to this. This is from one of Dorothy's kits, and I just think it's so beautiful, just so beautiful, that I didn't want to do anything to it. So that's what that one looks like. And then inside are some a couple of inserts that journal cards from her kits, so those two there. And then this is just a piece of antique music paper with a little bit of lace on the top of that tag, and that has been stitched around. So that all goes in here, or at least that's where I've put it for now. So that's that envelope. And then this one here, if I slide this off, this one also has a bit of stamping. I've made this using a bit of coffee stain paper. I've used a bit of scrap paper to make a stamp. And then I have put a wax seal on the back of this one as well. When you open this one up, there is another matchbook for writing notes, and again it's got some lace along the bottom, a bit of stitching and some focal points that I got from the Graphics Fairy. And this paper here is from Dorothy's kit, and then on the back is a bit of coffee stain paper. And when you open this one up, the paper here is held in with this bit of seam binding, and I've just put some holes in it, and so you can just write on this. And again, there's some coffee stain paper, there's a bit of vellum at the front, and then these pieces of coffee stain paper, and I've just got little flaps on the bottom of them. There's, I think, is it all coffee stain? Looks like it's all coffee stain in that one, so there's quite a bit of writing space in there as well. It's quite thick, which is probably why it wouldn't fit in my journal. So I just pop that all back in there, and then that can go back in this little envelope here. So I made all of these inserts, and then there was just absolutely no way they were going to fit in the journal. And we finally got to the journal. So this is it. So the pages themselves are A5, and so the journal itself is just a little bit bigger than A5, and I could probably measure it for you. It is 16 centimeters wide, 22 centimeters long, and let's talk about the spine, because clearly it's got some alligator mouth here. It started off as a 6 centimeter spine, but it's now, well, the spine would be 6 centimeters. And so in inches, that is nearly 6.5 by 8.5 by about 2.5. And so I have stitched around the edges, and this beautiful design on the front is from one of Dorothy's kit. I've put some bling on here because I couldn't help myself. It's another one of these little flowers that I made from the lace, and there's a little bit of sparkly stuff here. And this is a vintage button from my grandma's stash. I've made this little hat pin here, and this little hat pin does come in and out, but I won't pull it out. But these are a couple of the paper beads that I made, and so that's just quite a simple decoration on the front. It's got these little metal book corners on all of the corners. And then on the spine, I have just clipped on with a bulldog clip some more little bits and pieces of scrappy bits of rickrack and ribbon and eyelash trim. And then there's more paper beads here that I've made, some other little beads and some charms and a tassel. This is a bit of vintage music paper. And there's some nice big long pink paper bead there. So I made all of those, and I've put them on a piece of chain and attached that to this bulldog clip. And this is vintage music paper, and it's been stitched all the way around, and on the back is another piece of the paper from Dorothy's kit with more stitching. So much talking. I've just tied it up with this piece of ribbon, and so if we untie that, we can finally get into the journal itself. So I guess let's start by talking about the side here, and there's also millions of these tiny little paper beads hanging off the sides, and I just think that's just so pretty. I just love looking at all these little beads, and I made them myself, and I just love how unique and different they are, and how the colours go with the paper, and in some instances I've used the paper itself to make the beads, so it all matches so nicely. Okay, so we open it up, and on the inside cover here is a file folder that I made using the SVG or the journal pack that I have got, and on the front cover is a bunch of slot pockets, or a slot pocket, and I've put all these tags in here. So they've all been decorated and collaged and got some little bits and pieces on there, all sorts of little ones like that. So they just slide in here. Let me undo this ribbon, it's getting in the way. And I've stitched around just about everything. So there's masses of pieces of thread hanging off, but if you don't like those, you can just trim them off yourself. But I just sort of added to it. So there's tiny little tags here, a bit of vintage wallpaper, a bit of vintage music paper, some of the paper from one of Dorothy's packs. Occasionally there's a bit of wax embossing, and then you can sort of see here the slot pocket itself, and then I've just put some tags in there. So that's the front, and then this paper is from Dorothy's kit. I only use paper from Dorothy's kit. Most of my focal points are from the Graphics Fairy, and otherwise I've just used book paper, coffee stain paper, music paper, and vintage wallpaper. There's lots of washi stuck on throughout, and it's mostly with this little sort of rose gold sort of look on it. So then you open this one up, and on the inside there's two pockets here, and then there's a corner pocket here, stuffed full of goodies, and then this one flips over again. There's like a little envelope here with a tag inside there, which I can't pull out. There it is. And then we've got two little pockets here with some bits and pieces in here, all from Dorothy's kit, the paper is, and the little envelopes are from Dorothy's kit as well. It's just some little scrappy embellishments with music paper and some washi and things like that. And then you flip this one over again, and there's another little pocket here with another little tag in it. And then there's two library pockets here with just some little tags in there as well, with music paper on, a little bit of collaging. So that's just the front cover. And then all the pockets all the way through here are from my journal pack, and are cut out of paper from Dorothy's kits. Some more tags. This is from Dorothy's kit. And this is so sweet. This is from Dorothy's kit, and then I've just put these little tabs on top, and they are from the journal kit. And this is just a little bit from one of Dorothy's paper packs. There's a tiny little pearl heart here, and then a little bit of washi and focal point, and page tags with a little paper bead hanging off. And that's coffee stain paper. I've got some wax coffee stain paper. Another pocket down here, more tags. This is from Dorothy's kit as well. It's like a tall tag or writing spot. Not sure which way it goes. I don't suppose it matters. So that goes in there. It's got some lines on it, so you can write on the front and you can write on the back. And this is just some pink copy paper, so I didn't go too much to town on that one. This is a giant slide that I made from the journal pack, and then I decoupaged a napkin of this pretty little bird so you can actually see through it. And I've stitched around that, and that's really cute. So that just slides under there. And then on this side is another little coin bag, and I've used some of the paper from Dorothy's kit for that. Here's the first page from her Ghostly Rose kit, and I just think it's just glorious. And actually, looking back now, I sort of feel like I would have liked to have fussy cut that out and put that on a page, but honestly, it's so full. It's so full. I just don't know where to stop. There's another little paper bead here, and another little slide that I made from the journal pack, and I've stamped it, and then I just coloured it in with some coloured pencil and put a little bling on the bottom, stitched around it. I think it looks really cute, and I had fun. And then this is a corner pocket here, and I've just popped a tag in here with a bit of washi, a bit of lace. There's a little bit of simple collage going on here. Focal point from the Graphics Fairy, a little label. Here's a belly band which came from the journal pack, and then I've just put some washi on there and stitched around there. This is a bag from the journal pack, and I've just done some embellishing on there. And then this is another long tag from one of Dorothy's kits, which is really beautiful. And there's plenty of space on there, so then you can just stick that in there and slide that under. It's just a bit of book page. Got a little envelope, I don't know, little tuck spot. It's not a tuck spot, it's a little pocket. Here with a bit of lace on it, a little label. I used my paper scraps from this actual project, so my little ruffle here matches all the papers that I've used all the way through, and so I've just stitched that and popped that on the side. Another little pocket in the bottom with another one of the long tags or journal spots from Dorothy's kit, and another one of the collage tags, and this little pocket here with a bit of washi and bits and pieces on there. And then we have another one of the giant specimen slides, and I've done the same thing with this one, if I can get it out. So this is a stamp, and I've just coloured in with some coloured pencil, and I think that gold is a gel pen. And then just a little tiny collage stitching around the side, and I just hung this little label off, little tag off the bottom, which is from some scrap paper that I had. There's a bit of vintage music paper there. And then we have a sort of a flip up, so these guys undo and flip open if you want them to. They don't really need to, just look snazzy. And then so that ribbon just slides around here. And there's a little bit of a wax seal here with a bit of ribbon. And then underneath here is an envelope, and this is a beautiful envelope from Dorothy's kit, and I've just put a butterfly there. And then inside there is another one of the little journal cards from Dorothy's kit. I have literally only used Dorothy's kit and then things that I already had. So coffee stain papers, vintage music paper, wallpaper, copy paper. So that's that one. There's another little coin envelope. Again, it's a little bit of vellum. This is a graphic from the Vintage Fairy, bit of washi, bit of paper ruffle. Another bottom pocket from the journal pack, again with a bit of collaging on there. Another one of those beautiful postcards from Dorothy's kit. Oh, just love that. And then a really simple tag, and this has got some vintage wallpaper on it, and it's already got this embossed design on it, so I couldn't possibly cover that up, so that's just like that. And then we have this little book page here. It's got a little library pocket with a little tag inside it, and then there's also another little tag behind it, again with images from the Graphics Fairy. This little pocket here is from Dorothy's kit, and I've just made it so that it flips out like so. And then there's another little tag in there as well with a paper ruffle. Down here is just a little page, little corner thing, and you see a little tuck spot, and I've just put a little ticket here from Dorothy's kit in there, and it's got a little bit of vellum underneath there too, so it won't get stuck in those little spots there. Another beautiful page from Dorothy's kit, and the same on this side. Love this, absolutely, just love it. Just love this, the floral elements on it. There's a couple of little tags here, and this opens up, and then inside here is another one of those giant specimen slides that I made, so I just pop that in here, and then this is a little tuck spot here, so then that just closes over, and you just do it up with this little bit of ribbon like so, and then just fold that one over to the next page, a couple of blank pages, or just the pages that have got a pattern on it, from Dorothy's kit. I just didn't want to put anything on there, so It's a tiny little specimen slide again with another stamp of a butterfly. I just coloured it in with coloured pencil. It's vellum or tracing paper. A little scrap of washi and another little tag hanging off it with another one of those tiny little pearl love hearts. And that's just held on a paper clip with a little paper bead. This is the same again. It's another library pocket. This is from Dorothy's kit. It's got one of those little pearl love hearts, a couple of little tags here, another one stuck in behind there, and then you flip this one over. It's got another one of these little pockets from Dorothy that flips out, another little tag here, a little page tab with a little paper bead. This is another one of the coin envelopes or small bags from my journal kit, and it's just out of that nice crunchy baking paper. Another one of these little bottom pockets with the flip, some more paper raffle, and this is painter's masking paper. Another little pocket, another little tag. Here we have some window pockets, and they slide out, and they've got these little little tags in here from Dorothy's kits, and I'll just pop some lace on those so they look kind of cool. Here is a CD sleeve, and this is from my journal pack, and then I've popped one of Dorothy's postcards in there with a little tab on and a bead, and then that just flips out. There's some washi here and some of the vintage music paper, and I just love that page. Just love it. The paper around here is from Dorothy's kit, and this is, I think, from the Graphics Fairy as well. Another little specimen slide with some stamping and colouring in, a little bit of bling, another little paper bead. I went a bit crazy with the paper beads, can you tell? Sorry, I paper clipped that onto 2 pages. So there we go. This is a little coin envelope from one of Dorothy's kits, and I've just popped that on the corner of the page so you can slide something in there. It's another one of the corner pockets from my journal pack with a little photo. It says Photographic Studio. That's from the Graphics Fairy. In here I've got a little file folder from Dorothy's kit, and I've just made it into like an envelope sort of file folder so you can pop something in there. It's another one of the postcards from her kit. I've just put a little bit of stitching around here, and this is just a little sticker of a rose. And that's all on some book page. Just here I've just sort of collaged on a bit of coffee paper and stitched around a bit of washi and a little focal image, and that's just so you've got somewhere to write on that page, but it's actually on book page underneath. I've got a couple of flip out pockets here. These are from my kit, and I have just used an Tim Holtz die cut to do this kind of effect here, which I thought was really pretty. Collage tags from from paper from Dorothy's kits with a little bit of lace. One of my favourite papers, again from Dorothy's kit. This is the Pattern Roses kit, and I think this just works with everything, and this would look great on coffee stain paper like this too. And then this page is also from her Ghostly Rose kit, another beautiful page. Here is another giant specimen slide, much the same, stamping and colouring, a little bit of collage and stitching, and another paper bead on that paper clip. This is a long pocket from the journal pack, lots more stitching, antique vintage music paper, antique vintage, one of those. Little flowers from the Graphics Fairy, and then this is a file folder from my journal pack, and this is the paper from Dorothy's kit, the Ghostly Rose kit. little bit of embellishment there, and then you open this up, and I've left this quite simple, just a couple of corner pockets so that you can slip some things in there, and that slides in like so. I've got some more greaseproof paper, another one of those little corner pockets with a ticket stuck in it, and that's the first that's the first signature. So you can see I got a bit carried away. So at the beginning of the second signature, we've got 2 pockets here with some bits and pieces popped in there, lots of stitching, a little bit of vintage wallpaper. It's just so pretty. And then we have another one of the postcards with a little bit of bling beads on there. And this is Dorothy's paper again, and this is an image from the graphics fairy, and it flips out again with that music paper and washi. So then that just slides in here, and this CD sleeve is again from my journal pack, so I'll just cut it out of copy paper. I've got another double stack of 2 pockets on one page. This butterfly is from Dorothy's kit, so I've just popped those on there. And then I've got another journal card from one of Dorothy's kits, and the collage tag. And there, just another little tag up here. And we've got another one of those little slides again, another little paper bead. I've got that set up again with the library pocket with 2 tags, and then when you flip it over, it's got the flip out pocket from Dorothy's kit with a little tag in there. Some more embellishing, another one of these little pockets here, some paper ruffle. It's pretty much the same thing over and over again, but I just want to show you like how beautiful Dorothy's paper is, and I just love the sort of eclectic nature of it all together. And you've got lots of page tabs. Another one of these little pockets again that opens up. Oh, this is the first time we've seen one of these. This is a viewfinder. This is from my journal kit, and on this one I did lots of stamping. I found all my tiniest stamps and stamped it inside there on tracing paper, and then I've stitched around it, and so you can see it from both sides like that. So slip that in there. There's another little slide down here, and so that little folds up, and you can close that little pocket up. You can try to. Another page from Dorothy's kits that I couldn't bring myself to do anything to. Another one from the basic pattern rows. Another one of my giant specimen slides that I decoupaged a napkin so that it's see-through. There's some bits and pieces on here, and another paper bead, another long pocket, another file folder. This one just with the pretty paper inside. I didn't do any pockets, and so those are from my journal kit. Some more collaging and some more flip out pockets, and then we have another bag that I've just done a little butterfly on, and there's another little tag in there in this corner pocket. Some more paper ruffles down the side. Another one of these viewfinders from my journal pack, another little paper bead. And on the center of this little signature is just these 2 little tags with a bit of bling on them, and then there's just this little corner pocket and a little page tab. Some more of the paper from the painter's masking paper. It's lovely, but you can't really put anything on that page. It's really a writing page because it's just not strong enough to hold any pockets or anything on. We have these clear acetate pockets again with these little inserts in there with the lace along the edge. Some more of the crinkly baking paper. Another one of the belly bands. And in here I've got a tiny file folder. So this is the same as the large file folders that I've already showed you. But because I use the SVG file, I just shrunk it down really little because really little is really cute. And then I've just popped one of Dorothy's postcards in there. And that goes under my belly band. It's so cute. That's washi along there. Another pocket, another vintage wallpaper tag, some more paper ruffle along the edge. I really wanted to use all my scraps as I went, so I did a lot of, used up a lot of my scraps by collaging and making these little paper ruffles, so that was great because all these pockets are collaged as well. Some more tags, another one of those long journal cards or tags from Dorothy's kit. Another viewfinder, because you can never have too many of those. Again, lots of stamping, colouring, pencils, sticker. Another page from Dorothy's kit. There's just so much going on in here, I feel like. Another one of these little corner pockets. Oh, I think I've missed a page. Nothing much going on there. This beautiful paper again from Dorothy's kit. Another one of these little flip-up pockets. And some more paper ruffle. Another one of these library pockets, double with 2 tags, one in front and one behind. Another one of Dorothy's flip out pockets, and another one of the vintage wallpaper tags. Another one of these little guys, and here is another one of the bags that I made from my journal pack, and inside are a couple of journal cards from Dorothy's kits, and I've just stamped on here and put a little bit of watercolour on there, and that's coffee stain paper. I thought that was kind of cute. Another little bottom pocket here with a couple of little tags and a file folder again in here. That's from Dorothy's kit. And then we're right at the end. So then on the inside cover I've popped in another one of the little matchbooks with some paper in here for writing on, and that's just been decorated with a little butterfly and some paper ribbon, paper ruffle and a little bow, a bit of bling. This is another one of those tiny little file folders. So the file folder, I've just shrunk it down and I've just actually used it as a pocket. So there's a pocket at the back for the tag, and then there's this little pocket at the front for the matchbook. And that is my entire junk journal from beginning to end. It's taken 10 videos. It got too big and had to go in a suitcase, and then the suitcase got too full. And anyway, that's everything that I've made, and I've been so looking forward to showing you all of this because I just had a blast doing this with Dorothy. It really inspired me to do a project with somebody else, but I didn't know exactly what she was doing. And so I would really encourage you, if you're feeling a little bit like you need some inspiration, to do a collaborative project with someone, to use the same materials, but then do it by yourself and see how it sort of stretches you to think about doing things in a different way. It's so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. I would love to encourage you to go over to Dorothy's YouTube and check out all her videos, and I can't wait to see her flip through. I'm so excited. So just, would love it if you went over and visited Dorothy. I want to say thank you very much to Dorothy. It's been a pleasure working with you. I really look forward to doing another project with you. So let's do this again sometime, girl. And I'll thanks very much for all your time today, guys, and I'll see you soon. Oh, should I tell you about the kits? I should. Stop. Wait, look. I'm sick of the sound of my own voice, but I used, Dorothy and I both used these graphic kits from her Etsy store, and the link to all of this is down below. And we both also used this journal pack, and it comes as a set of SVG files or printable templates, and you can get those from my Etsy store, and I'll put the link to that down below. I also used these other ones. I made the faux altoid tin, which is also an SVG file and a printable template. The suitcase, which at this stage is only an SVG file, but I have been asked to make it a printable template, and I'm going to do my best to honour that request. And I also used the gift card and money wallet, which is also a set of SVG files or a printable template. So that's everything that I used to make all of this, and so I just thought I'd better let you know because that was the purpose. That was the brief. Anyway, thanks so much everybody. I've really enjoyed this project. Thanks very much for watching. I'll stop blathering and bye for now. Bye. Bye.